Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're customizing the Bravado Verlierer in GTA Online. This thing is available from Legendary Motorsport for $695,000. Super cool car, sounds really good as well, which may be part of the reason that I'm customizing this today. Make sure you check out today's other video as well. So let's hop into this thing and get into this customization. All right, so starting off with the armor all the way up, of course, for the brakes as well. For the bumpers, we only have front bumper options. We have the painted and carbon splitter. Okay, that's interesting. Painted bumper and splitter. Custom front splitter. Curved arrow splitter. Flat arrow splitter. And the GT bumper. Honestly, the GT bumper looks really good, I think, so I'm going to put that on. For the engine, all the way up. Exhaust, we can do a dual exit exhaust or a race exhaust. I personally kind of like the dual exit a bit better, so we're gonna go for that one. For the fenders, we can do race wing vents. It looks pretty aggressive, and you know what? Honestly, this car is a pretty aggressive car, so I think I'm gonna put on the race wing vents. For the hood, we can do a vented hood, secondary vented, carbon, ram air hood, or the carbon vented hood. The ram air hood honestly looks pretty good. I've never done that before on this car, and you know what? Today I think I'm actually going to. For the lights, we're going to go xenon. The mirrors. Oh, mirrors. I thought it was going to be the plate next. Okay. We got the color-coded mirrors, carbon mirrors, or the custom mirrors. We're going to put on the carbon. I just like it. A little bit of, a little carbon detail on the car. I think it looks good. For the plate, yellow and black. For the respray. Now, this car is really unique. The secondary color respray actually does the brake calipers, I believe, and it would usually do the mirrors, and it also does the spoiler. So it's a little bit hard to like judge what, color to make the actual car because the secondary, if you do something different, it will change the brake calipers, which looks really, really cool, but it also changes the spoiler and a bunch of other stuff, so it's a little bit hard to say. I just landed on Mariner Blue, and that looks really good, actually. I'm actually pretty surprised about that. Galaxy Blue is looking really good too, though, and so is Midnight. But let's scroll through the colors here. This car, I feel like it looks better in like a brighter color, so I'm not sure. Maybe like an ultra blue or something like that, or like racing blue. I think racing blue looks pretty good. Let's go for that. Then for the secondary color, maybe we can also go racing blue on that. Then we'll have the blue brake calipers to match up with the rest of the car. Let's do it. That looks pretty good, I think. Okay, cool. Next up, we got the roll cage, color-coded roll cage, or the secondary cage. This thing's not really going to be a race car, but I do feel like the roll cage actually kind of works with it, so I'm actually going to include it. For these skirts, we can do carbon skirts. Yeah, I like that. Why not? Let's do that. For the spoiler, we can add a tuner wing, secondary wing, drift wing, color-coded wing, or a GT wing. This looks really dumb in my opinion, just the one like support beam there. So I think I'm probably gonna go with the tuner wing. I think it looks the best on this car. For the suspension, we're gonna lower this thing all the way down. I wish you could lower it just a little bit more. I feel like this car would look really good if you could actually like lower it like right down to the tires pretty much. Transmission all the way up and the turbo as well. For the wheels on this car, honestly, the stock ones, I feel like they kind of work. I just wish that they were like a little bit further out on the rim, like further towards the edge of the rim. So we're gonna change that up. I think we may go maybe some Mercies. Ooh, Mercies look really good on this, but you know what? I wonder about doing chrome Mercies. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Let's do that. Okay, and then for the tires, let's go bulletproof on that. Tire design. We could do it. I don't know if it works with this car though. I think I'm gonna leave it off. For the windows, let's tint those all the way out as well. All right. Take it down to the ground and we're gonna do a sound test and a review. So as you can hear, it sounds pretty good, I think. Into the review, we got a lot of wheel spin off the line. This car is rear wheel drive only, just so you all know. It does have an interesting like handling to it. It's really hard to get this car to spin out. I remember that from previous, versions of it that I've owned or previous, times that I've owned it, the handling is a pretty standout feature on this car. It is very, very good, which I wouldn't have, typically expected from this thing, but I am pretty impressed with how like well it actually handles. Like this thing is very good. It doesn't understeer either. It's more inclined to oversteer, but it's very controllable. Like it's a really weird car. Like I don't quite know how to describe the handling. Like it feels like loose and like kind of unpredictable, but then like you push it to the edge and it's like it just sticks. It doesn't like spin out or anything. So it's a very, very interesting, handling car. You'll see that, in the corners here coming up. It like tends to oversteer just a tiny, tiny bit, but it's nothing like crazy or anything. And it's very, very manageable. It's a very fun car to drive. I gotta say that, that's for sure. The acceleration in the car is not too bad either. It is rear wheel drive only, so if you're trying to go off-roading with it for some reason, it's probably going to struggle a little bit with that. But if you're planning on just driving it on the streets, like I'm sure many of you probably are, if you're into getting one of these, it's going to be a great car for you. It's a fantastic car. I actually like love how this thing handles, and honestly I used to be pretty unsure about the looks on the car. Like I used to kind of question if I really liked it or not, but it truly does look pretty good. I feel like, especially if you customize it similar to how I've done it. I think that it looks really good. The top speed on the car is probably not that great. It is a sports car after all, so like the Italy GTO for example would absolutely tear this thing apart on like a circuit. But for just a cruiser car or going to car meets or whatever you want to do with it in free mode, it is a great car to have, I would say. And even if you do take it onto like a stunt race or something like that, I think you will have a lot of fun with this car, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go pick one of these up if you got the money. 695 grand. I'd say it's worth every penny. Anyway, guys, that's it for the customization and review. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.